Sensory integration disorder. Sensory integration is the ability of the brain to organize information received from the senses so an appropriate response is made. We all learn about ourselves through our bodily senses, as well as 5 senses of touch, taste, smell, sight, and sound. The body also senses movement, force of gravity, and body position through the muscles and joints. This is referred to as proprioception, the ability to sense one's position or relation to the space around one. The brain must organize all of these sensations if we are to move, learn, and behave normally. This is known as sensory integration. We all depend on sensory integration in order to carry out daily tasks in work, play, and self-care. It also provides a crucial foundation for later, more complex learning and behavior. Sensory integration takes place in the central nervous system, where complex interactions such as coordination, attention, arousal levels, autonomic functioning, emotions, memory, and higher level cognitive function are carried out. Sensory integration takes information through the senses, puts it together with superior knowledge, information, and memories stored in the brain to make meaningful responses. Development of sensory integrative functions. Sensory integrative functions develop in a natural order, and every child follows the same basic pattern. The child uses each activity to develop building blocks that become the basis for more complex development. Visual perception, emotional growth, academic learning, and behavior are all dependent upon the sensory motor foundation. Sensory integration dysfunction is difficulty in processing and organizing sensory information. This causes dysfunction, which can be compared to indigestion, which occurs when the digestive tract malfunctions. Sensory integration is a sort of traffic jam in the brain. Bits of sensory information get tied up in traffic, and certain parts of the brain don't get the sensory information that need to do their jobs. As a result, the world is perceived incorrectly, provides a different learning experience from everyone else. Some of early signs of sensory integration dysfunction: oversensitive to touch, movement, sight, and sounds; underreactive to touch, movement, sight, and sounds; easily distracted; social and or emotional problems; activity levels that is unusually high or unusually low; motor coordination difficulties; impulsive, lacking in self-control; difficulty in making transition from one situation to another; inability to unwind or calm oneself; poor self-concept; delays in speech, language, or motor skills; delay in academic achievement. The senses. Signs of tactile dysfunction. The first one: may dislike certain foods due to texture; may dislike brushing teeth or hair; responds with alarm when face body is washed; physical or verbal aggression; dislike crowds; may avoid putting hands in sand, finger, paint, glue, and other messy activities; prefer to wear clothes that totally cover the body or no clothing at all; doesn't like the feel of certain clothing; dislikes physical touching, especially light touch; may have poor social relationships; if touch perceived as a threat they may act with; dislike being dirty; avoids walking crawling on surfaces such as rugs or grass; hypersensitive; doesn't react to painful experience; difficulty manipulating tools and toys; craves touch, may touch constantly or indiscriminately. Signs of proprioceptive dysfunction: stiff uncoordinated movements; poor spatial awareness; craves deep pressure sensation on body; unaware of obstacles in their pathway; difficulty in moving and maintaining posture without the use of direct vision, difficulty getting in and out of a chair, up and down stairs, too tight or too weak grasp on pencil. Sign of vestibular dysfunction: dislike of carnival rides, fearful of jump up and down stairs, rolling in apparel, climbing, leaning backwards, somersaults, and swinging. They may try to control and manipulate events to avoid stressful sensation, which may appear to others as obstinate and uncooperative behavior. They often seek physical support from an adult. Also doesn't enjoy or do well in sports, often stumbles and falls, difficulty in coordinating both sides of the body, legs hand dominance doesn't cross midline, confusion of right and left, reversal of letters, delay in speech, reading, writing, and visual perception, lack of fast and moving equipment without becoming dizzy, inability to follow a moving object, to draw a line, read a line, or print or copy from blackboard, trouble holding head up while sitting, delayed balance and equilibrium reaction, dysfunction of visual perception, lacks personal space and boundaries, disorganized position, difficulty holding eye contact, difficulty with depth perception, poor attention to visual details, poor handwriting, may avoid reading, writing, and drawing, has difficulty with building and doing puzzles, gets lost easily, difficulty organizing and drawing letters, numbers, and shapes, unable to plan a path around object guided by vision although not visually impaired. Signs of poor auditory processing: difficulty pronouncing words, difficulty in using prepositions, trouble hearing in groups, difficulty focusing on foreground sounds and blocking out extra background sounds, difficulty focusing on foreground sounds and blocking out extra background sounds, difficulty remembering and sequencing multi-step directions, may be hyper or hyposensitive to sound, may appear inattentive, difficult sequence verbal direction, may need to make a lot of effort to concentrate, short attention span.